So welcome to Storytime. Thank you for joining us. And today we are reading Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. So I hadn't read this book until recently. Last year I read it for the first time, can you believe it? But I absolutely adore it. I think it's just such a wonderful story and the illustrations are incredible. If you've got a copy or you've seen a copy, you might have seen the illustrations up close and just know how intricate they are, but I don't know if I can get a little bit closer. But I think this is brilliant. Max is one of my all-time favourite people. I just can't wait to share this with you. So Pooh Bear's here, obviously, wearing his mask, staying safe. But it's alright, we keep him indoors anyway. He doesn't actually get to go outside that much. But one person who does go outside, especially while he can't really leave his room, is Max, and we're going to see just what happens when he does. So I really hope you enjoy this version of Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. Oh, sure. And another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Some beautiful illustrations here, so we'll go through these. "Now stop," said Max, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. So that was Max's adventure to where the wild things are. And this particular copy is the 50th anniversary edition. So we've got that, which is nicely set out on the back. And for anyone who didn't know, the story won an award as well. The story is quite old. I was very surprised. I'd heard of it forever, but I hadn't actually got around to reading it, and I was really excited when I managed to get a copy. I thought, I can't wait to read this. And when I did, I was like, this is amazing. So we couldn't wait to share it with you guys. I think probably my favourite illustration is the one here with the title page, with Max and a couple of the wild things. I'm pretty sure the wild thing with the stripy jumper is my favourite. I do really like him. I think he's got a lot of character. I think what's special about this book is that I think everybody has been to where the wild things are, and everybody's come home from where the wild things are. And it's quite nice that without even reading the book, you can go to where the wild things are. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's reading of this really special story that I'm really happy that I got to actually get around to enjoying and then sharing with you guys. I can't wait to share more like this. I'm more up for discovering all new books. So if you can get a copy for your own library, I highly recommend having it. But if you want to borrow a copy from your local library when they're available, then definitely borrow a copy and enjoy the story even more, and then you'll get to look at all the details in all of the pictures. I don't want to spoil too many things, but I just think that especially the ones where they have the rumpus, where they have like all the party scenes, those ones are definitely worth sitting and spending some time having a look. And there's my favourite guy right at the front there. So thank you for joining us this afternoon. We really enjoy your company. So from me and from Pooh Bear, I'd like to say bye. So say bye, Pooh Bear. Bye. Bye everyone. Thank you for joining.